Boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome to another episode of Clutch Conversations. It's your boy Mike. We back at you one more again, live on a Thursday night, man. It's Southeast Reptile Expo Eve, going to Atlanta this weekend. Gonna be super dope, man. Definitely looking forward to that, man. Make sure you show Takar some love, helping us out, doing the thing in the comments and whatnot, keeping everything straight behind the scenes. I really appreciate it. Make sure y'all show her some love in the comments. Don't stop there. Make sure you show the channel some love as well. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and so you can get notifications every time we drop a video here on the channel. Gonna do some housekeeping real quick. Make sure you following us everywhere you can find us. You can find us on Morph Market. You can find us on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram, Herp Collectors and Herp Collectors Network. And then, of course, check us out on your favorite major podcasting platform. Clutch Conversations is available on all major podcasting platforms, so definitely check us out. Please be sure to follow, rate, and review. It really helps us out. Appreciate the love and appreciate the support. Also, make sure you're supporting both USARC and USARC Florida. The link for both of those organizations in the description of this video. Definitely go check them out, man. If you don't have a membership, grab your membership if you can. Drop a dono and make sure you spread the word about both these organizations that's helping protect our rights as reptile keepers. Also, make sure you tap in with me and the homie Matt from Ebony, Ivory, Reptiles. Tap into the Double Clutch Patreon. We have a lot of fun in this Patreon, big family vibe, everybody looking out for each other, man. We have some good laughs, man. It's the whole nine. So definitely, man, tap in with us. We got 4 different tiers, so you can definitely find a tier that works for you. But yeah, man, tap in with the fam in the Double Clutch Patreon. Hey, we're going to pay some bills real quick. Then after that, we'll be right back.
Join KINOVA's Patreon today and get access to hundreds of hours of exclusive educational content designed to help you run a successful BallPython business. Get insider information on the latest genetics, hot new combos, and market trends, learning directly from the world's leading BallPython designer. With 5 benefits packed tiers, you may be asking yourself, which tier do I join, Mike? Well, if you're on the fence, I'd recommend the student tier. When I first joined the Patreon almost 4 years ago, this is the tier that I started on, and it's only gotten better since. So don't delay. Join the KINOVA Patreon today.
Art comes in many forms. At Armless Angels, it comes to life.
In life, success doesn't come to you. You go to it. In this game, forward thinking is the key to innovation and staying relevant. Plan your work and work your plan. Lose yourself in the art. Lose yourself with wetter morphs.
Big shout out to the sponsors. All 3 of those guys are going to be at the Southeast Reptile Expo, man. Y'all make sure y'all come check us out. Looking forward to that, man. Let's see who we got in the comments tonight. What's good? Big L in the building. Lynn Werner, Exotics in the building, pulling double duty, actually. What's good, man? Appreciate you checking us out from both YouTube accounts. What's good? Bone Daddy Serpents in the building. Big Vinny in the house. Double Clutch Patreon family member. What's good, homie? Appreciate you coming out. John, what's up? Lucky's Pythons in the building. We got the homie Jared from the Whiskey Bomb Network and Selective Creations in the building. What's good? Appreciate you coming out. Mercury Exotics in the building. Third Coast. What up? The homie Lekka. What's good, man? It's been a minute. Good seeing you, bro. Big Mac, what's good? Double Clutch Patreon family member, what's good? What's good? Josh, what's good, man? Looking forward to seeing you this weekend. Welcome to the Clutch Conversations family. Josh is the newest sponsor that we have onboarded, so you're gonna see that video coming real soon. Looking forward to chatting with you this weekend. Big Adrian, what's good? Appreciate you coming out. And we got the homie Jeff in the building, Ballhead Balls and Herp Collectors Network. Appreciate you coming out. Hey, we're gonna stop it right there. We're gonna kick the intro video, then we'll be right back with the guests.
Baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor, I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to make this cool. Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this?
What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good, homie? How you doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
Good, good, good. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah. Go out tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, I fly out around 12:30. So
Okay.
I should make it just an hour or two before the doors close for the setup. So
Okay. Yeah, my plan is to leave out early tomorrow, get on the road early so I can get there in time to do setup, so I can do it in a orderly, organized manner, which is different than I usually do it. I'm usually running behind, so we'll see where we at.
Are you vending snakes or are you
Snakes? Yeah.
I know you were last time, so
Yeah.
are you
Last
gonna
time,
have the booth set up for Herp Collectors Network too?
nah. So I'm just I'm rolling solo dolo actually, in terms of like going up there and whatnot. So I'm just gonna be doing the snakes, and so it'll be me, Justin, same folks who had set up last time. So it'll be that same setup for vending the snakes, but no podcast this weekend.
Yeah, it's hard to do both. I bet. I remember you running around like a nut job last time.
Yeah, it's real hard to do both, and then like I said, I'm gonna be solo dolo, so it would have been even harder.
Nice. Yeah, we'll have a booth set up for me and Patrick McKnight from Aura. We'll have our booth set up for our show, the podcast, Smart Guy and a Doctor. So we'll be doing some podcasts there and talking to people about shed testing, and I'll have info and everything out and cards and stuff, but no snakes or anything, just hanging out.
All right, so are you guys gonna be doing it live, or are you gonna what's gonna be the format?
I have no idea. I don't think we're doing it live. I don't think he has everything set up for that. So we're probably just gonna, record some interviews and stuff, and he'll put them up on his channel or whatever.
Gotcha.
Or Instagram. I don't know what he's gonna do, but
And is Patrick bringing any snakes?
No.
Okay, so
No. Yeah, it's just kind of a table to hang out and BS with people and just have a spot to put everything, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, that should be real fun.
A lot less stressful with no snakes or anything like that. I mean, I don't have enough to sell or anything anyway. I mean, he has tons, but he's not going to be bringing snakes with him.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hanging out, just kind of chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just getting to see everybody. It's been a minute since I've been to a show. The last show that I went to was Southeast Reptile Expo this past February. That was the last.
Yeah, that was the last big show I went to. I went to a local show here. I vended just for shed testing in Albany, New York, and that was fun. But it's sometimes I like running around talking to people and everything, but it is nice to have a spot to put all your stuff and relax for a little bit. And people are always looking for you, so I was just putting stuff on everybody else's tables, but I'd have people texting me, calling me, hey, so-and-so's looking for you. So, I'll try to hang around the booth. I'm not good at hanging around the booth because I like to see everything. So I would be a bad snake vendor because I would never be there. But, you know, I like talking to everybody and running around and checking out everybody's animals.
Yeah, that is fun. I'm gonna be a little bit more stationary than I was last time. Last time I was kind of going back and forth a little bit more, but this time will be a lot more stationary. So
nice. Do you have a lot of snakes to sell?
I'm not bringing a ton of snakes. Like, I'm only setting up on one table. We got 6 tables all together, but I'm only setting up on one table. I don't have a lot of a lot of show snakes to bring anyway. So I'm bringing probably about like 30, 35 snakes and see what that do.
Nice.
I got like some banana stuff that, like, I'm hoping to move, like some bright type snakes. Then I'm hoping to move pretty easy at the show.
Good. Yeah.
Reasonably priced, all that good stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, with Snake Discovery there, you'll probably get a lot of people looking for stuff like that too.
Yeah. Do you know where they're setting up in the hotel?
They're probably going to be in the back just because their lines are always huge, so they need a decent size area. You don't want to throw them in the middle because it'll screw everything up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, because it's a good bit of like lobby area or whatever you want to call it.
I'm trying to think. In that back left corner, I feel like it was pretty open.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about.
So I'm guessing they're going to put them there. I haven't looked and saw the map, but that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, and we might be lucky enough to get some overflow.
Yeah, no, 100%. It never hurts to have them around.
Big facts.
Yeah.
So, are you doing much breeding these days?
I tried. It's been so busy and I've been so crazy that I just slacked on like ultrasounding and pairing. But I also didn't, like last season. I only have like 50 BallPythons right now, and I have probably like 8 girls that are breeder size. Only 1 clutch in the incubator right now. I think I'll probably have 2 more late clutches, and that's it. But last year I had like 8, and even 8, that's not a lot for most people, but for me it is. Like, I just don't have the time to deal with that many snakes.
It's all relative.
Hopefully, with everything I got going on right now, that, you know, been just releasing and changing a lot of things, it's going to give me more time for the snakes. So, because I have a lot of really nice stuff growing up that, like, next season and the season after are going to be ready to go. So I'll probably be making a decent amount. I mean, a decent amount, 8, 9 clutches max again. Like, I'm never going to do more than that. But the rodents is what the tough part is for me. There's no reliable supplier here where I'm at, like close enough at least. So I have to breed my own. And last show at Bob's, I stayed there for like 4 or 5 days because I went and hung out with Bob after for a couple days. And I came home and like almost all my ASFs killed each other because I had a clog in the water line.
Oh man.
And once they don't have water for a little bit,
they get savage. They get crazy.
You know, so I had to start back up with that. So I think that's the other reason why a lot of girls haven't been building, because I haven't been able to pump them with food like you normally do at that time. But I have 1 clutch, 8 good eggs in the incubator, from a phantom het monsoon girl to a special double het monsoon hypo male. So if I get lucky, I could hit some visual monsoons and possibly monsoon het hypos. So we'll see.
Yeah, you know, a good guy for shed tests.
Yeah. Send them out to somebody, figure it out. But even that, like, now it's a little bit easier. But like last season, I had a whole clutch that I needed to test for hypo, I think, and I had them sitting there forever because I just didn't have time to test my own snakes, or I wasn't paying attention, and the sheds would sit there forever. And I was like, I'll throw them out, wait till the next shed. But I don't even need sheds. I could go in there and swab their mouths and test them, since the lab is in the next room over. So I don't do it. But and I was joking with Patrick the other day. He was like, oh, you should pair this with this or whatever next season. And, you know, I'm like, man, that's a lot of testing. He's like, dude, how ironic are you saying that right now? I'm like, I know. I'm like, it's just, I don't feel like doing it for myself. But no, I mean, I get it. Like, it's tough. Like, I mean, I guess if that's your thing, that's all you're doing, you pay attention, you get those sheds out right away, clip them right on the bin. I've been seeing a lot of really bad sheds lately. Like, I just really ask people, just get those sheds out as soon as you can. Like, if you know snake's in shed and you need to test it, get it out as soon as you can. Unroll it, please. Don't send me a baseball, because it usually messes things up, like the humidity and the dampness. And then you throw it in a Ziploc, seal it up, and it just gets disgusting. So yeah, I'll get to that. First shed is fine. There's like the slightest minuscule chance of possible contamination since they're all balled up. But the main issue with as long as you separate them pretty early on, it's fine, but you just can't keep them as wet as you normally do. But if you do, you got to get those sheds out right away and unroll them. I don't have any bad examples sitting right here, but like a lot of times I'll get them and the baby sheds are either twisted up and they just get like crusty and nasty when they're, so you get them out and just flatten them on a table and just let them sit flat and dry. Don't keep poop in the shed and send it in like that.
People send poop in?
Oh, 100 all the time. I've had, over the last month, I've had multiple bags that I haven't even opened. Some have fruit flies in them.
Oh, wow.
Live. I've had multiple breeders send me sheds with fruit flies in them, so I don't even open those. I'm like, I'm not messing with that. I don't want that all in here.
Wow.
But yeah, just because you feel bad when somebody sends a shed and you can't give them a good result, and you're like, listen, I'm sorry, I'm not getting anything from it, and you got to wait, or you got to give me scale clippings. But a lot of people don't like to do that, and especially in babies, it's tough.
I don't like to do scale clipping. I haven't tried, but it just seemed like something I wouldn't like.
I've done it on mine a couple times. It's pretty easy, but it's on a big snake, at least. I've never done it on a baby. I've done it on an adult.
Okay.
But if you can wait, just wait to the second shed. It's gonna be cleaner. It's gonna be less damp and less disgusting. But that being said, I don't know how many first sheds I've tested over the last few months. Probably thousands.
Yeah, I know a couple of people. It just in my circle that sent in first shed.
Yeah, they work fine as long as And sometimes you're surprised. Like, it looks like sometimes you'll see when you're like, oh, this ain't gonna work. But I try everything as long as it's not, like I said, really disgusting. And sometimes you'll get them when you could tell that they're wet before you even open the bag. Like, they'll be stuck to the side of the plastic, and it's like, this ain't gonna work. Like, it's, even if you think it's dry, it might not be dry enough, because once you put it in a Ziploc and seal that thing closed, that moisture then could come out, and it just, especially with the weather, the heat, it's just not good. Just let them dry. If you're not sure, let them dry an extra day. Just too dry doesn't hurt it, but any moisture is going to hurt it. I recommend to everybody like these little like coin envelopes.
Okay.
This is somebody, so I'm not going to turn it over, but this is their paper. It's easier, neater to write on these things. I bought a box of them like this on Amazon for probably, I don't know, $10 or something, and you get 1,000 of them. But it's paper, so if it is a little damp, a little moist, it allows it to breathe. It doesn't seal it closed and keep it in. And also,
that's a good idea too. I never even thought about like those little envelopes, because I send them in like the little plastic bags.
Yeah.
But to your point, if not just for the fact that it's easier to write on, but then you add on top of that if it's a little bit damp, it dries better too. That makes it just that much easier. So I'm definitely starting.
And for me, it's a lot easier to handle and something like this size rather than something this size. It just saves space, when you're laying things out and you're looking at stuff. And also, I have no idea who sent this. I have 5 sheds here. So if anybody's watching and these are yours, I have no idea who this is. There's 5 sheds, no return address, no nothing. This is what they came in, a blue thing like this.
Somebody screenshot it and put out an APB.
I don't know who it is, but I know that this person has done it before because I remember the packaging and I remember I was able to get some number off of there, but it's smeared on this one. There was like a return stamp, but it's smeared this time, so I can't see it. But I remember I had to Google the company that the person must work for, and I figured it out somehow who it was. And I know that this is the same person. I'll probably be able to figure out if I really search my phone. But for right now, they're just sitting there, and until somebody messages me, he's like, "Hey, do you have my results?" And I'm like, "Are these yours?" So yeah, just please, even a return address helps, but just write on them your name and what they're testing for. This is great, nice, clean. I like if you're going to use Ziplocs, use something like this, right on that part. But just try to label every Ziploc or every envelope with your name and the snake ID and what they're testing for. At least your name and the snake ID. I could go back and look and see what they're testing for, but just things like that just make my life a lot easier when you're getting hundreds of sheds in and you're like, oh God, like now I have to write on every one of them, and, look and cross-reference things. It's just time. It makes more time.
Yeah, I can imagine it could be a pain to keep all this.
It'd take you an extra 3 minutes to write on these. It could take me an extra half hour to figure out who they are, everything like that, and people just, especially with the sheds, and once you pull them out, let them dry. Like, don't rush. Like, I could tell some people grab them right out of there, throw them in a bag, and send them in there because they want results. They slap. Breathe. The snakes will be there for, if it's another few days, everything's going to be all right. I promise. But I get it. I'm impatient too. So I understand. But just everybody needs to relax for a minute. Just you'd rather it work the first time around. Now you're going to have to wait an extra however long it takes for it to shed again because you rushed, or if you mess up what IDs you're putting on there or mix things up, or take your time, get a good system down. If you know you're going to be testing a whole clutch, get a really good system down, take your time, know what you're going to do when they shed. I clip them out. Like when my snakes shed, like especially ones that I want to use as controls, like, so if something sheds that I know I want to keep it for a control for something, I just clip it right on the tub, let it dry, let it hang there and dry for a few days. And then I'll bring something like this pre-labeled in with me, pull it right off of there and put it in. You don't want to be guessing what's what,
100%, especially making decisions about your breeding program based on those shed test results, like whether to keep something, whether to sell something, all that stuff.
Human error is always going to be a part of it. And, things I'm doing now are trying to at least get, Nixon, put him in the incubator. What's up, Mitzi? Like I'm trying to come up with the best possible pipeline and method when it comes to giving out results, doing everything just to make sure that things are, I don't screw up, so that I don't click the wrong thing or that I type in the wrong number because your 9s look like 8s or your 5s, look like 3s or whatever. So there's always a possibility of, so I always tell people if something doesn't look right, just get a hold of me. I've done it multiple times. We've tested whole clutches for people after we figured out what their system was and how they're, just, I'd rather get it right than not. So I'll rerun stuff until we get it right.
That makes perfect sense. And that's the way to be. So you got some updates in the shed testing space. Speak about some of what you got cooking.
Yeah. So Friday I announced that we are now doing we got a new method of testing and everything's fully automated. So it gives us the ability to test multiple tests per shed for a lot less money than it used to be. It still costs money to test multiple, tests per animal. So, I've had people like, oh, well, they're all, these are all secondary tests. Why, charge more for them? Because it does cost more money. Like, it's not like I'm sitting there running your shed and I get all your results for everything, and I'm just refusing to tell you for what you pay for. I have to, everything gets run in a separate well and everything like that. So it costs money, but it costs less money now. So I'm able to, I like between 1 and 10 tests, it goes from $35 for one test. And then the second test on that, you had $10, but then every test after that's only $5 extra. So right now it's $50 to test 3 genes on one animal, whereas last week it was $75. So that came down $25.
Yeah, that's huge.
And then, I've talked to, while I was working on this, and I talked to a few people, ran it by people, like, what do you think is the best thing for the market? Talk to big breeders, like, where are you at? Do you need panels? Do you need full panels? Do you need partial panels? Do you need custom panels? And the majority of people don't ever need a full panel though. So I can do that now, and it's about a week or less turnaround time on a full panel. But I made it so that if you want to pick 10 or 8 or 7, it's a lot cheaper, and you don't need to test for most things. So, and then in the future, it's all fluid right now. I just released it on Friday, and things are going to change as the market asks for it. I'll see what people start ordering. I'll see what people's feedback. And so if you're like, hey, I think you should offer this or this, I have the ability to do a lot of cool stuff right now. So just reach out and say, hey, I think it'd be awesome if you did something like this. I'm down. Like, if enough people think certain things are better than others, I could figure it out, and we'll make a test for whatever, some type of grouping. And as volume goes up, and I'm going to get the prices down even more. I know I am. I just don't know when, but I would guess in the near future, prices for certain things are still going to be going down.
You say still going to be going down?
Yeah, at least for there's just so low you could go, because I don't want to go that much lower, because I need the money for research. Like, people always want to, just say, do it for as cheap as possible. But all right, great. But then you'll never get another test out for anything, because, I just spent about $8,000 2 weeks ago for some research runs. I can't do that if I give it to you for what the test cost me.
Right. 100%.
So I get it. Everybody wants to save money, but it's a business, and, I've been putting everything back into it. And, this last installment of updates I just did was a lot, and it was a lot of money. And I'm lucky enough where I have a regular full-time job, and this money doesn't keep the lights on in the house. So I've been able to invest everything back in, and I don't see that changing anytime soon, because we have so much cool stuff in the works. Over the next probably month or two, I'll be talking about more stuff that I'll be able to talk about. But there's a lot going on behind the scenes right now. And I thought this was going to make me less busy, but it's actually making me more busy, because I'm on calls probably almost every day. So what was it, last Friday? I think I had 4 Zoom calls in a row, and I was off from my day job. And I was more tired after I was done with that than going to my full-time job and coming home and doing tests. It was just nonstop,
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to figure out ways to make things better, and just to innovate and do everything different. Just like a breeder, you want to be innovative, you want to do your own thing, you want to make something different. And that's what I'm trying to do, not just the same old stuff we've been doing. Now it's time to really figure out what we could do better and make things better for everybody.
Somebody asked earlier about the process for coming out with like a new shed test, and I imagine it might be like different, like from time to time. But basically, how many unique sheds do you need like to sequence a new gene?
So it depends. Like if you have things that are if a recessive, we could get it. You could do it with as little as one, but it's almost impossible because the variance between two snakes and two humans to anything living is so much that you need a bunch of them to really make it easier on the back end after the sequencing is done to figure out where the mutation is. So I like to do 20, but I don't want 20 from Mike. I want 2 or 3 max from Mike. I want 2 or 3 from some other breeder, 2 or 3 from another breeder. That way we have a big pool of genetics, and we're less likely to get a marker from Mike's stock, and that's the good thing about working with Pro Herper, Jürgen, and Heather. Jürgen's in Europe, Heather Rothby's in Canada. When we're validating in 3 different countries to make sure that it works for everybody. And we're doing a lot of that right now. Like I was just right before I hopped on, I was talking with Heather, and we're validating Mandarin right now.
Nice.
So that's going to be a hard one. I'm pretty sure we're either very close or possibly even have it, but it's going to be hard to validate because Mandarin's hard to ID, and a lot of people think they have Mandarin that don't have Mandarin. It's how lace was. It took forever for me to validate lace because I need to make sure that what we were validating was actually what the snake was. So, I mean, look.
Speaking of lace, talk about the lace GHI like stuff.
Yeah. So they're on the same gene. So they're very close to each other on the same gene, and from my limited experience in this and research and talking to other people, that 99 out of 100 times means they're going to be compatible with each other. So meaning if you have a GHI lace, you're not going to make a GHI lace with that one animal bred to a normal. It acts like a super. It's like if you had a chocolate spot nose, you're not going to make a chocolate spot nose. They're all going to be chocolate or spot nose, the whole clutch. So that's how that works. It's weird. Sometimes it's weird when you think of it, but then when you see some of the combinations and lace GHI stuff, they're really nice. But yeah, it is going to make people sick. No, I know. But yeah, GHI and lace wasn't something that you would have thought would be in a complex together, but they are.
Hang up my white lace GHI aspirations.
Yeah, no, they no.
Did confusion and red stripe ever like prove to be?
There's been multiple people that said that they've made red stripe acids from a single animal.
That's what I heard too. Because I remember it was a little bit of talking. This was like maybe a year and a half or so ago.
Yeah.
But in chatting with a bunch of different people, like a bunch of people said they made it, and so I was wondering like what.
No, I haven't. I don't think there's much to that right now. Could it be? I don't even want to get into any of that. But yeah, evidence so far breeding wise, no. I don't. I'm working on red stripe right now. Trying to get a real red stripe test that works for everything. That is the actual mutation, and we thought we possibly had it at first try around, but it doesn't look like it. It seems like the first test we had is going to be like a biomarker test too. It worked for most, but there was a couple that didn't prove out to be what it should be. And but we have some more variants that we're working on red stripe. So it's just the validation process takes a long time because you get these variants and then you have to order primers for them. You have to design primers. You have to order primers. You have to get the primers delivered. Then you have to run the PCR on them. Then you have to get them Sanger sequenced after. Then you have to get the results back. Then you have to check them. And if they don't work, now you have to do it again with another spot. So each time you try, it could take a week or two. So it's tough to do that, but that's good. That's in the works. Pretty sure we have TSK. I just got more results back from that, and MJ we're very close on as well. What else did we do this round? Those two. Oh, Tri-Stripe.
Word.
I got to see where we're at on that. I forget everything. Heather and Jurgen, they're way better at remembering all that than me. But I have to look at the notes. I think there's a few variants that we're looking at for Tri-Stripe. So after this show, after we get back, I'll start doing more validation on all 4 of those.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to take a sponsor break real quick, and then we'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Known for his innovative approach to genetic shed testing and top-quality ball pythons, Grey Rider Reptiles also excels in exceptional customer service and responsiveness. With a quick turnaround time, Charlie ensures you get the service you want and need. Visit shedtesting.com to explore his offerings and experience the best in the business. Don't miss out. Head to shedtesting.com today and unlock the power of your breeding projects.
Peace and love, family. We invite you into the heart of our serenity, Ancestral Royal Pythons. At Ancestral Royal Pythons, we're not just breeders, we're nurturers of love and growth. Each of our high-end ball pythons is a tribute to the grandeur of the natural world and our dedication to quality. Reach out today and bring one of our creations into your home. This is Ancestral Royal Pythons. Your journey begins here.
Here's to the exciting world of Ebony and Ivory reptiles. From unforgettable parties and events to keeping and hatching some of the dopest reptiles in the reptile hobby, we're all about education, quality, integrity, and respect. Hit us up and see how we can help make your next project a reality. Experience Ebony and Ivory Reptiles, where fascination meets fun.
Ebony and Ivory Reptiles.
Big shout out to the sponsors, and of course we got one sitting right here. So you're making some updates to the website as well.
Yeah. So the new order process, I really like how it works, and I've gotten amazing feedback from people. Like, I wanted it just super easy, super clean, one landing spot for when you order your test. So whether it's a full panel, recessive panel, custom panel, one test, it's one single spot, and it's just all. You just click the gene you want. You put your snake ID in, and you just click. You want GHI, you want lace, you want hypo, you just click, 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 and the price just changes for you on the bottom as you're clicking. There's also the button if you want to select all for full panel, you select all, the price changes accordingly. If you just want to select all recessive, it changes. And then you just hit a button, add another snake, and just keep doing that. And then we also have a spot on there for people to submit spreadsheets for bulk testing. So you can download a template right on the bulk part of the website, fill that out, and go back. And it's like a contact us form. You put your name, your email address, whatever notes you have in there, and then upload that document, hit send. I have it shoot to a different email that's just for that. And then I wrote a script that runs that scrapes my email every hour and pulls those spreadsheets out and puts them in a certain folder for me. So everything is, I'm trying to keep everything much more organized than it's been in the past, because I get a lot of people that'll just, send in sheds with nothing. And, hey, did you get those sheds? Yeah, I did. I had no idea you were sending anything. Thank you, but we got to now figure everything out. And then, I don't have a spreadsheet for them. I have nothing. And then I test what I, think that they want. And then I miss a shed because I have nothing to refer to or whatever. So now I want everybody to at least submit a spreadsheet to me if you're doing bulk testing. And then I'm also, it works now, but I'm trying to get it to work better to the point where automating all the results. So once the results are in, I should be able to upload a spreadsheet of my own right from them, pretty much the machine that's doing all this, upload the spreadsheet and have it go right into where it has to go. So less clicking, less, especially when you're doing panels and you're doing a lot of tests, that's where trouble could happen, when you're just clicking the wrong things. So, I'd rather have as little human interaction as possible, just have everything automated. That way, I don't screw up clicking a drop down or wrong, because I'm OCD about it. It takes me forever to do results. Like I do them every night. I sit on the couch with my laptop or down in my office, and I'm OCD. Like I look and like 25-3-2 het, 25-3-2 het. Like I'm horrible. Like I just look over things a million times, and so my employee will look it over, then I'll look it over. So that just takes me a lot of time doing that, because I'm so scared of giving a bad result out that I just, since the beginning, that's just how I do. I'm OCD about everything like that. So it's good for everybody else, but it's bad for me.
So the way it'll work is you'll log the results in the system, like whatever you're using. And then within that system, it'll give you like a spreadsheet export, so you can.
So you'll still get the results via email, like in a breakdown, like currently you get in an email, but you could download a PDF of your results if you want. I can make it so that you could download an Excel of your results if you want, because a lot of people, especially a lot of the big breeders, have their own systems where, they have Excel spreadsheets or whatever programs they use. They'll be able to, if they want it a certain way, I could customize things for individuals. I'm open to do whatever, especially like consistent customers. If they have a specific way they want results, let me know. And, it's pretty easy to write scripts nowadays with ChatGPT and, Patrick McKnight's really good at that. He helps me a lot with writing scripts and stuff. And so I can make things formatted however you want, but if you're just placing regular orders on a website, the thing is, instead of me going to your order and looking at, I look up your name, then list all your orders, then click on that current order, then look at the spreadsheet that I have, then go down and click all of your results. I'll be able to just upload that spreadsheet to the back end, and I can have your results, somebody else. I can have 20 people's results on there, but it'll be a unique number for each shed and each test on that shed. So it'll just know where to go and automatically update that and change them.
That saves a lot of time.
Yeah, and not necessarily like time, whatever. Yes, I'd love to have more time in my life, but also just accuracy.
Accuracy too, yeah.
That's the goal.
You use some of that time to hop on more Zoom calls.
Yes, exactly. It never ends, man. But I like it. I love learning, and I love figuring out new things. Like there's times where this sucked really bad, and it gets very stressful and very tiring. And I'm like, man, if I didn't have this, I'd be so much better. And my wife would be like, you would do something else. Like, you think you would just, if you weren't doing this, you think you'd just be sitting on the couch watching TV? No, you'd figure something else out to do. Like I need that. I need to fill time, and I need to think and learn, and that's what. So this is good. Like I like this because I'll never stop learning with this. Everything's changing. You could be a scientist, you could be a doctor, but next year things could be a lot different than what you learned. So there's always more things to learn in this field.
For sure. Any other updates that you want to talk about or tease or anything like that?
I mean, we have a lot of cool stuff going on. Like I have a lot of meetings over the next month with some really interesting and cool people in this industry and the reptile industry as a whole, not just BallPythons. And we're going to be working on a lot of cool stuff, some big partnerships with a few different people. I can't say what yet, but I'm guessing in about a month and a half, everybody will know at least one of the things that's going on. But yeah, everything is evolving, and we're trying to just do things a lot different and bring out more and more cool options for people. So yeah, I would say in a month or two, I'll be able to start talking more about all those things, just because it's not worth saying anything now, or things don't work out and whatnot. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. So I think people are going to be really excited.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We know the drill. You know, you can't spill all the beans out just yet, but we definitely will keep our eyes and ears open.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't want to just sit here stagnant and just, I can't anyway. I have to keep trying to make things better. So that's the goal. Maybe one day I'll be able to sit back and let the company run, but I don't think that's going to be anytime soon.
Yeah, I know we had talked a little bit before the show about wrapping up pretty early, since both of us got to travel pretty early in the morning. But before we do get out of here, is there anything else you want to tell people? Or
no, I just, I appreciate everybody. And if, like I said, if anybody has any thoughts and ideas, and I'm open to talking. I love talking about what could be different, what could be better. You're not going to offend me if you say, hey, I don't like how this works on your site, or this is stupid, don't offer that. Why don't you do this? I don't care. Tell me. You're not going to offend me. I want to hear from everybody. So if you have ideas or wants or needs, things that'll help you and other people, just reach out. Just let me know. And any tests that we don't have out, save those sheds and send them in. Don't even ask. Just you can send them in. The address is on the website. Just write research on it. I won't put the name up there, but or the gene, but like, boom, sheds for research. Just, that's all. Send them in, and I'll happily, work on anything that we can. So feel free. Any species, anything you want. I mean, I don't like being in your face, so you're not going to see me post every day. You're not going to see me on a podcast every day. I don't know. I like things just happening word of mouth, fluid, and again, I have a full-time job too, so it's hard. But I'm doing my best and working with a bunch of really good people that are helping me out now, and I think we're going to bring a lot of awesome stuff in the future.
Definitely looking forward to you rolling out, man, and appreciate you coming on tonight. Always good catching up with you.
Definitely.
And then get to see you tomorrow and see you this weekend.
See you tomorrow, man.
Cool. Appreciate everybody sliding through tonight. Short show tonight because both of us we got to get on the road. Both of us got like some last minute preparations and stuff to do. Everybody that's gonna be in Atlanta this weekend at the Reptile Expo, Southeast Reptile Expo. Looking forward to seeing everybody. If I don't see you, man, we'll definitely catch you on the line, catch you in the chats. But that's gonna be it for tonight for Clutch Conversations. I'm Mike. That's the homie Charlie, shedtesting.com. The lovely lady behind the scenes is Takara. Thank y'all for coming out. Be blessed. Peace.